Good evening, brothers. I'm Brother James Hargrove with the Brotherhood Experience Committee. Tonight, we're going to spotlight a Brother of the Month. The brother that was chosen for this month's Spotlight Brother of the Month is Brother Roger Mays. Thank you for sitting and talking with me today. So we're going to start off by asking, when were you initiated into Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated and where?
It was interesting because I was actually part of the founding chapter, Zeta Zeta, at the University of Houston.
Okay. What was your area of study at the University of Houston?
I was in the School of Business, business administration with a major in organization behavioral management, sort of a precursor to human resource management.
Got you. And out of all the D9, what made you choose a Phi Beta Sigma fraternity?
I think, first of all, when I went to school, you have to remember this was the early 70s, and so there weren't a lot of black fraternities and sororities on the campus of the University of Houston. Omegas were already established, Alphas were established, but they were, relatively small chapters, and that's okay, nothing wrong with it. But I think the thing that drew me to Sigma was having met several people and listening to what they were talking about. It seemed to align very much with my values and the things I was interested in. I come from a large family, and the motto of culture for service and service to humanity is just in my blood. So I think that was one of the things I was particularly interested in. Also, the fact that Sigmas always seem to have a very good grade point average on the yard. And so I met with several of the brothers from TSU and decided I wanted to be part of that organization as opposed to something that was already established at the University of Houston.
All right. And when did you become a member of Alpha Beta Sigma chapter?
It was upon graduation. I left school to take my shot at the NFL. Returned to complete my degree. A year later. So I actually got my degree in the summer of '77 and transitioned immediately into Alpha Beta Sigma.
Okay. And since being in the fraternity, what positions have you held?
Ooh, that's a long time. Other than I was the first president of Zeta Zeta chapter. We actually got our charter in the spring of '74. So I was the president there for a couple of years until I left school and then returned. After that, shortly after becoming part of, while I was still in undergraduate school, I had a regional position, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it is now. That's a long time ago. It's almost 50 years, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure Brother Ford will remind me what it was.
Yes, sir. All right, so what made you join this alumni chapter?
Well, at the time, I guess having pledged under the leadership of, not only the Dean of Pledgees, but there were a number of tremendous brothers that were very active in Beta Delta, and of course we were very close at that time. I pledged originally part of Beta Delta before joining others who also played Sigma later, and we had enough to found the chapter Zeta Zeta at the University of Houston. But I think just seeing how engaged everybody was, the interest that they took in us as neophytes, the leadership that they projected, Brother Westbury being international president at the time, there was just seeming no better place to be. And they've always been a top-notch alumni chapter in my mind.
Okay, and the last question, I'm going to get out your hair here. What advice would you give a new member entering Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated?
Well, I think I would certainly advise everyone that when you decide to pledge a fraternity in general, think about what it is that you want from that fraternity. and try to select one that gives you what you're looking for or aligns with your values as much as possible. I think that way you'll always be happy with your decision. You'll be willing to make the same commitment to the fraternity that the fraternity makes to you, and make for good long-term partnerships, I think.
All right, Brother Mays, I just want to thank you for taking this interview and just being a part of ABS.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
Brother.